realistically, who do you think is probably gonna have the latest set for Rolling Loud?
Rolling Loud, latest one, like hype. Not the one that I'm like looking forward to though.
I mean, you can tell me both, realistically.
Like hype, I think is gonna be Travis Scott and Cardi. Travis, because he knows what he's doing. Like he's a pro at that. Like world tours, he has his own concerts and stuff. But Cardi, like his actual music and his new album and the beats and stuff.
A lot of right.
And people are excited for that. Like a lot of people slept on it. But like for this concert, it's gonna go crazy.
Truly, I do feel like a lot of people did sleep on a whole lot of Red. I feel like a lot of people are coming around too. I feel like easily it's probably gonna be Cardi. Uzi's concert was crazy. Uzi's concert is always crazy. Is it Uzi and Future now with Baby Pluto?
Yeah.
What baby? Is it Pluto X Baby Pluto the album? Crazy. That's gonna be some heat. And Doug's brought it up. Slime Language 3. That's gonna be
before Rolling Loud too.
That's gonna be some crazy, some heat. The thing is, I don't know how do you think Rolling Loud's actually? You think they're actually gonna do it this year? Or they're gonna wait.
It could get canceled again till next year.
That would be so tough.
Yeah,
bro.
Especially now Kodak's out.
Yeah,
and, you know, that's the person I would want to see.
Like, how do you think that? Like, how was that pulled off?
That he got out of jail.
For Trump to do it too.
I mean, he has good lawyers, and like when he's in jail, he's donating. He's like being smart, and he always does that when he's in jail. Like his lawyers are the perfect people. He even got his lawyers' names tatted on his hands and stuff. It's like respect. He got Lamar Jackson on the back of his
yeah, Lamar. Bro, I heard Kodak what he did, bro. I love Kodak to death, but you know, like, he knew. Okay, look, do you know what he went to jail for this time? Like, you know what the?
I thought it was he had gun possession,
bro. When you go to buy a gun, right? They're gonna tell you, like, we're gonna do a background check. If we see that you're a felon, you cannot have the gun, and you will be punished for it. He literally signed the paper, said bet, signed the paper, said I'm straight. Bought 2 guns. And then they came, that's one of the things, and then he literally hopped out of a foreign. I don't remember what foreign it was. Pulled up to someone's neighborhood, hopped out of a foreign, and just started spraying a crib up. Kodak, no ski mask. Like he literally.
I didn't know that.
Yes,
I thought it's just because he bought it. I didn't know he actually shot
hopped out of the whip, just started wetting. No one got hurt, no one got injured, but he just hopped out of the whip, hopped out of foreign, and started wetting the crib up.
That's just stupid, bro.
That's what I'm
in Broward?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was in Broward, but it was down here.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Never thought that.
Crazy stuff, but it's like, could you imagine? That's what I'm saying. Kodak's like, I wish there was something wrong with him, but he just likes doing hood rat stuff.
Yeah, that's who they are, you know? Like, that's what they're used to doing.
He loves doing hood rat. Like, he literally had like 3 gold plaques, but he was still selling drugs on the streets.
For what?
You feel what I'm saying? Like, for what? What's the point? And then he, but now I think he's coming with a better approach. But if you've seen, he hasn't really been posting on Instagram like that.
Yeah.
He dropped 1 song, but other than that, he hasn't really been posting on Instagram like that.
I like his song too.
It's nice love vibe.
And I heard his son drew the cover. Yeah. It's nice. I love when in the song he goes, I talked to my mama and she said I got a beautiful voice. I was like, that's so smooth. But like, why did they have to rope him right before Rolling Loud? You see, like, I guess they just knew he was going to be there. And stuff. But come on, like let him do the concert. You feel me?
It's like beginning ski mask on and all. That in the front, I almost broke down in tears, bro.
Have you seen him live?
No, that was supposed to be my first time. I was literally dead in the front, Rolling Loud. What year was it? 2019, 2018? I don't remember. I was dead in the front, Sniper Gang mask on. I was teed, kid. I was too teed.
Along the fence?
Yes, I was.
How is that?
Oh, that's probably the worst. Because you have everyone from the back pushing forward, especially when like someone comes out. Like for example, when Lil Baby, I literally have videos on my phone. The front row, Lil Baby, chains blinging, kid. Front row, Lil Baby, and as soon as an artist comes out, everyone's like, oh, everyone gets hyped, so they all push towards the front. When they push towards the front, it's just literally just a whole bunch of people just leaning on each other, pressing towards the gate. Gates don't move.
Oh yeah, they're stable. It's not like they get down.
Everyone's just leaning onto, and then you just feel a whole bunch of pressure just coming. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Rolling. I don't know how do like little kids and stuff survive through that?
Bro, like I see videos on like Travis Scott. He dropped a documentary on Netflix, and I seen like he cares about his fans. Like when someone would get hurt, you'd be like chill, and you talk to him and stuff. Like, people die in his concerts. Can you imagine going to a concert, getting crazy lit, not know someone step on your ankle, you're on the floor, and you get trampled? Like,
how does that... It's a different type of vibe, though. Because, like, I'm not even, like, the T type. I'm not the type to get lit. I mean, like, I get lit. Like, if you're getting lit, I get lit. But, like, I'm not the type to just naturally screaming, doing all that extra stuff. But, like, bro, when you're out there in that energy, the bass booming, you just feel good. I feel like a whole other animal, dog.
Yeah.
It just be lit. It just be lit. So I really feel like next year, whenever the next Rolling Loud is,
I'm sliding.
100%. I'm probably not gonna slide to the one that's, if they do have one this year, I probably won't slide, but the one next year, 100%.
I'm going. Every chance now I got, I'm taking advantage.
We out, but 100%. I feel like Cardi, that whole lot of Red album, because that energy gave me Rockstar vibes. It's a whole different energy. I love how he switched up his flow, went to a whole different flow. He didn't stay on the same type of time that he's usually on. People don't like it. A lot of people don't like it, but hey, I feel like he's trying out new things. You have to let an artist be an artist at the end of the day. An artist got to try out new things. An artist is an artist because they like having fun with their music. They like playing around with different things. So him doing that, that's all that he's really doing is having fun.
Needs to grow, try it out.
Exactly, trying out new flows, showing growth. That's all I really ask for is for an artist to show growth. You don't listen to the same thing over and over again. You feel me? So I feel like Cardi, great albums. Album and set's gonna be crazy. Especially it's gonna be his first time performing it. Yachty, I love Yachty's set from last year. Not last year, 2 years ago, whenever it was. I don't remember. But Yachty said it was a nice little vibe. All was water. We had like a nice little boat show. It was a nice little vibe.
So dope.
Who else? Who else was some of my favorite sets? Trippy set, obviously. Trippy's a nice. I don't even really bump him like that, but it was a nice little vibe to it.
Yeah, like I remember I went to his concert. That's literally like the only concert I really went to. And like it was his own thing, like in Miami. And like I went and like it took forever for him to slide out. And like they were still playing hype music and like we were getting lit to Kodak, NLE. Like NLE someone I want to see, like his older music. Cause he's like our age.
A lot of broke too.
And he's just hype. You know, it's like his older stuff is just hype and people get crazy and like his energy's dope. But like once when Trippy came out, it was like started off like it was I forgot which Love Letter to You it was. I think it was Love Letter to You 4. And it was just, you know, with you slide out with a girl, you know, you're just with someone, you're just vibing. And then like he switched up, had some of his throwback songs.
I feel like all of his songs have a nice little vibe. And I remember he came out, he started singing.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did.
It's a nice little vibe to it, especially when you're just cooling out there. Especially in the hot sun, kid. I was burning. It was a nice little vibe. Who else could possibly? Let me talk about NLE. NLE has showed a lot of growth.
Yeah.
Especially with his music. I just seen he did like something like a Tupac tribute. Did you see that song, the Tupac tribute?
No,
he dropped a whole music video. He was dressing like Tupac. I think he used one of his old instrumentals. It was pretty nice too. Like I don't really bump NLE like that. I know you've always liked him. I don't really listen to him like that. But I seen how he's just been growing, and he's solo. I don't think he's signed to an label.
What do you think about like his? You know how he went like spiritual, and he's like with the earth and stuff. I don't mind it. You know, like he's an artist. He's growing. He's finding out what he likes and stuff.
He's young too.
But like it's like his music was like straight like hard, and then now it's like it's kind of like a mix, and it's like more of a vibe in some songs. And he's like our age, and he talks about stuff that like people our age go through. You know, and like. Hearing it from him as a rapper, and he's talking about like I don't really have that many people to talk to, and like us visualizing rappers and stuff, like we envision them to have many friends, go out, do whatever they want, but realistically, like a lot of them go through it, bro.
That's another thing too, is because that's all because of social media.
Yeah,
you see things on social media, you think things are perfect, and realistically, no one lives a perfect life. No one lives a perfect life. And on Instagram, like things, for example, Instagram, you see people, you only see their best moments, realistically. You only see their best pictures, their best videos. You don't necessarily see everything that they're going to on a day-to-day basis. There's so much time in one day.
Yeah.
And all you're seeing is a quick snap of a couple seconds. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, well, just like how you said, you think all these rappers, they live such a fun, lit life. But realistically, they have dull moments too. Like, they're not always getting tea. They're not always getting lit. And I feel like that's another thing that messes a lot of people up, especially our age, is because they think that, they see blah, blah, blah doing these things on social media. They think their life's supposed to be like that. When in reality, that's not the way life works. You know what I'm saying? In reality, they're probably not even living that exact life either. That was just how things were in the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like for them, like it's harder to have close friends and even like a relationship with someone, because think about it, like, why are the people around them for? For the clout, for the money, you know, like, that's why, like, they're probably friends who, like, the OG ones, you know, the ones they, like, grew up with and stuff. Like, it's harder for them to accept new people.
Too, because if you, like, realistically think about us, our circle's pretty small.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have that many heads on our circle. So, say, for example, we did get, like that type of level. Realistically, we're only going to have few
The
heads
same
around
people,
us.
yeah,
You feel
yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's not gonna be like that's gonna be hard too because it's gonna be like a whole bunch of other people trying to say what's good to you, trying to be cool, and it's like you need connections. Like you
Yeah,
need
yeah.
connection in life. You can't make it through life without connection. So you're gonna have to sort of kind of be associates with people, if you whether you like them or not.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to associate with some people, but I feel like it's just. I feel like you just have to know. I mean, not necessarily you don't have to know, but you just have to test it out, see how people coming. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. But like, what was like? Have you had any like funny like experiences at Rolling Loud? Like you seen someone like do something crazy or like?
Bro, okay. Young Nudie set. If you was ever Loud with me, you know what happened, kid. Young Nudie set. I ain't gonna say no names, but I was with one group of people, right? I was supposed to be with one group, but I was with another group, right? I wouldn't necessarily say I was with the girls, but like I was with mainly the girls. I was supposed to be with the bros, you know what I mean? But like that's just how I got there.
Mhm.
And Nudie was the first set that we pulled up to. So we got there, right? Nudie sort of already started. Now I'm not gonna say I'm not big on Young Nudie. Young Nudie bump. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but he's not a
yes.
concert type person, you feel me? So I wasn't really tripping. His music's more of a bump, but like in concert, he's not gonna be up on the crowd dancing stuff. Like, he's gonna just be rapping.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not something I was really too excited about. But I was like, let me slide just because it's Nudie. I paid for it. You know what I mean? So we pull up, right? All the boys, they all the way on the other side. Mind you, you gotta pick and choose, bro. Once you determine where you're going, there's no going back.
Yeah, yeah.
So then we I wouldn't say we got in the front, but we got like a nice little side view. We got a nice little side view on the stage from the right side. They're all the way on the left side in the front. So I'm like, damn, I'm gonna just have to thug it out with them throughout this set. You know what I mean? So I was just sitting there cooling, and I was so hot because Nudie was all on the other side. He was getting teed with them on the other side. He played Loaded Baked Potato. He was getting lit on the other side. I was hot. I was like, damn, I'm really missing out on this lit set. All because they wanted to drive slow, and we got here late. I wasn't like, whatever, I'm not even gonna trip. Bro, remember how I told you it's hot? It's hot, it's burning hot. You need to drink water, bro. One of the people who are with me, tall guy, he's like 6 foot. I would say he's about 6 foot. Bro, he just starts leaning. Dog.
Bro.
Doesn't say nothing. Just starts leaning. I'm like, bro, you good? You good? He just falls on the floor.
Nah, bro.
I'm like, oh.
That happens a lot, though.
What do you do?
And you probably don't have water because it's hard to.
I only had the backpack. I had the little backpack with the water. But like, I can't. I'm not shooting them, hosing them down. No, I'm not doing that. And one of the girls who we were with had a water bottle. I was like, no, I'm not giving. He's not putting his lips on my water bottle. I was dying, bro. She's like, no, he's not putting his lips on my water bottle. He's not putting his lips on my water bottle. And then there was like I don't remember, I think it was an officer. Officer came to the front, bro. We literally had to carry him over the rail. And he had to get out. And, bro, I was like, nope, I'm gone. I banged it. I left and I went to with the bros. I was not dealing with that, bro. I'm not here to babysit. I ain't throw bread to babysit. I'm not.
That probably happens to a lot of people because it's hot and stuff.
It's hot. If you don't have water, you're sitting there burning. You're sweating. You're laying on people who's sweating. It's pretty disgusting. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. But it's lit. It's fun. So it's like, it's worth the experience. But
I feel like the best like concerts and Rolling Loud are at night because the atmosphere, you see what I'm saying? Like,
what I really wanted to do, they had a Ferris wheel there. I really wanted to just chill on a Ferris. Because like,
you can hear the music too on the Ferris wheel?
You can hear the music from everywhere.
How far are the stages?
Oh, yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like, which stage are you hearing or is it hard to get?
But like the day of Rolling Loud, young boy got shot at. And I think his girl got shot. And bro, we all checking our phones. We're like, nah, young boy ain't coming. We weren't tripping.
And he slid out.
At the main stage, bro. Bro, I'm gonna give you an example. Like, say the stage's gap is probably like our school to your crib.
So like almost like a mile, kind of.
Basic. It's literally the stadium, Sun Life Stadium. I mean, not Hard Rock Stadium. So it's literally all that gap in between is literally from like our school to your crib. So we seen. I don't know if we heard the music, if we seen a tweet. I don't know what it was, but we just took off straight, running through people, move. And we get there, young boys on there, throwing music. I was like,
yeah.
It was so lit. That's what I'm. So it doesn't. I wouldn't necessarily say depends on the time, But it really depends on the artist. But the time does make a big difference though, because like for example, like people like Lil Baby, Young Thug, was Gunna at night. I don't remember if Gunna was at night. But they have the lights. They have all the lights, the strobe lights, the smoke shooting up in the air.
It's just more of a vibe.
It's more of a vibe. It's more, and you just feel like, damn, I'm really. But by that time, bro, you've been there for like 5-10 hours, bro.
So you're starting to get slumped, yeah.
I mean, realistically, you're out there in that energy. You don't really, I didn't really get slumped, but it's like, damn, you're starting to get tired. You know what I mean? Like, start getting tired eventually. But I mean, I just feel like overall, rolling it out to me is 10 out of 10 experience. But like I said, the next thing I want to do is go on the Ferris wheel, because they have like a Ferris wheel, and I feel like you can literally just sit on top of the Ferris wheel and just look at the artists. Because realistically, it was my first time there. My first time there, I want to be in the moshes. I want to get lit. I want to get teed. But now when I go back, I'm probably gonna just be there just to enjoy the show.
Long lines though, Ferris wheel.
What do you mean? Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Because a lot of people
by that time, people aren't trying to be on the Ferris wheel for like at night.
Yeah.
People aren't trying to be like most of the people that do that during the daytime. They want to do it just to say I went on a Ferris wheel at Rolling Loud. But like me, I was trying to be up there just to vibe, chilling, watching. But like by that time, people were trying to be in the front for like the main artists, because you think these are people like Travis Scott. So like you want to be in the moshes, you want to get lit. But no, I wasn't. I mean,
where do you think the best spots are to be, and like for what rappers? You feel me?
I feel like it all depends on what type of person you are, because people are gonna jump and mosh to any artist. Like I feel like that's what they're there for.
And that's more like in the front, in the middle.
Yeah. And I feel like that's what they're there for. They're there to get lit. They're going to get teed. So it's like, especially if you see people jumping, like, okay, Yachty and Trippy, like, for example, people weren't really dancing and jumping too much. We were more like just shade rocking. Yeah. It was a nice little vibe. And I feel like when you're right there, it really doesn't matter. But I was sort of kind of, I was spacing in the front. So I feel like when you're like that, it doesn't really matter. But if you go to someone like Lil Pump, bro, oh my God. I I wouldn't say he fell off, but like I didn't think he was really jumping like that no more. I didn't people think, bro, he came on, bro, everyone, open up. Everyone's backing up. Then the beat dropped. I was like, oh my, bro, I've never seen such a huge mosh pit in my life, bro. It was literally the size of this table, how wide the circle, bro. It was crazy. So I feel like it all really depends.
I feel like the hypest part is when you're just waiting there. And like the rapper doesn't just walk on stage; they just start bumping and like jumping on stage. Like, I would get goosebumps like just thinking about it. Like, bro, you're just waiting there, and all you hear is the rapper come out, start, and everyone gets lit.
I feel like it's certain artists. Some artists know what they're doing. Like people like Travis Scott, he does stuff like that.
Yeah.
He'll have like a siren start him off. Like Cardi, he'll have like a siren start him. Like people like that. That's what gives you the goose, because you know they're coming. Yeah. Because realistically, with Travis's set, we had to wait like an hour, bro. Like an hour and 30, just standing there. They're just playing the same song over and over. We're just standing there waiting for him to come out. But it's like they had to get everything set up and all that stuff. But so it's like when you hear that music and realistically, most of the time they turn all the lights off. Like there's not that many lights out there. Obviously we're in the dark, but they have like little stage lights and stuff like that. But they turn it all off. Then you hear the music, and it's like, oh, and then everyone's like, ah. So it gives you a nice little vibe to it. But I feel like something that gonna be lit is like Cardi. I don't know if you listen to Go to the Moon.
Yeah.
Goes to the Moon.
Kanye?
Where his verse, the way his verse starts off with the siren and all that stuff in the background, I feel like that's how he's gonna come out, and I feel like that's gonna be a whole different type of energy, kid.
Bro, but think about it this way, like. Now, like, thinking about all the moshes and stuff and, like, people passing out, I think it's going to get canceled. Because no one's going to be wearing a mask, because wearing a mask, like, you're going to pass out because you're barely getting any oxygen.
That's what I'm saying. And you haven't been
like, in it. Social distancing, like, that's not going to happen.
We're literally on top of each other.
Yeah.
Literally on top.
But then think about it this way, like, say if it gets canceled again, right? Cardi's most likely going to drop another album. So you see what I'm saying?
I feel like that's period though. I feel like a lot of artists have just been dropping music and that they haven't been able to.
So what do they perform? Just their best songs out of certain albums?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like now they have more music to perform. Now, if anything, they feel like there's more stuff to perform, because people like Yachty, like Lil Bo 3, I don't think he's even got to perform that. Has he? No, exactly. He hasn't even got to perform Lil Bo 3. Cardi hasn't got to perform a whole lot of like a lot of artists haven't got to perform their songs. So I feel like if anything, that's just gonna make it better. They're losing out on bread, but that's just gonna make it better. What would be? So when you go, whose set are you looking forward to the most?
Well, I want to see Kodak for sure, and then maybe like at night, like I don't know if Frank Ocean's there or something. But can you imagine just at night and like you're already tired, and like just to finish the night, like you have someone hype before, like maybe Travis, and then another like someone a little slower, and then just like Frank Ocean, you're just vibing there.
Yeah,
You see
that's
what I'm
they did
saying?
last time. Last time they had Kid Cudi.
Yeah. Like think about that. That's something I would look forward to. Like to complete the day, like start it off like some low-key rappers that they start off with in the afternoon that I enjoy, like NLE, they probably Nudie, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then like start getting hype, like Gunna, Kodak, Baby. And then night, like Travis, Uzi, and then like someone to just finish it. Like I feel like that's a complete day.
I mean, Sunday. I think they ended off Sunday night with Cudi, but Saturday was Uzi and it was literally Uzi and Cardi back to back on the same stage, and then Friday was Travis on the main stage.
But do you think, wait, real quick, but do you think like Cardi, if he had his own concert, that would be more lit than Rolling Loud? I think so. Because like all the attention's on him and stuff, and like he gets to really do what he wants.
Yeah, that's what I really want to go to. That first Rolling Loud performance, it's gonna be a whole different energy. Because he hasn't performed with a crowd yet.
Do you know how long Rolling Loud's been? Like how many years? I think it's like 7.
Yeah, something like they're probably like 5, 6, 7, 8. They haven't got to 10 yet.
That's gonna be crazy.
Actually, I think when I went, it was the 5th.
Maybe. They're definitely gonna do something special for that.
I think when I went, it was the 5th year anniversary. I think. So they should be like on 6 or 7.
And do you think like other famous people slide out to it?
Yeah.
Like football players, basketball players?
But most of those people are behind the scenes. They'd be on the stage.
Yeah, with them and stuff.
Because like Travis' set, for example, like his stage was right here. They were literally like a whole section right here. Where like, and you literally seen the people walk up there and they were just standing there watching. They were literally looking down on the side. So it's like I feel like those people just mainly do that. Could you see yourself ever being a rapper? I mean, not necessarily being a rapper. If you were an artist,
Lil Press on the beat.
If you're an,
I've thought about it, but like,
I've thought about it.
for fun, like sometimes like just freestyle for fun, like let your like thoughts flow.
If you were an artist, what type of music do you see yourself making?
Mix. R&B,
R&B,
yeah, different.
Versatile.
That's me. All
R&B, you're doing R&B.
Like I'm singing like.
Ain't the way Matt singing on the track. Ain't no way. Singing on the track.
Yeah. Like maybe I really gotta be feeling myself though, and then definitely like I would be freestyling. Just give me a good beat. Let my thoughts flow. Cause I'm talking about whatever, and I'm talking about like me. It's real stuff. I don't want to talk about like fake and like, cause I don't want to be fake. I just want to talk about like real stuff going on and stuff. And then I don't know. I can't see myself performing at a concert. Like people coming out to me, I'm like, no.
That's a whole nother. I feel like only a certain amount of people get to do that. That's the one thing I would want to experience. Bro,
actually performing, I would get stage fright. I did the spelling bee, and I was like,
I feel like I'll be a little nervous too, but like, bro, you do it for so while,
you live in the moment.
You're just living in the moment, bro. The energy. Imagine making a song, and then coming out to millions of people singing your song,
and you're making millions off that song, bro. That's a life.
I'm feeling good, kid. I'm feeling good. I'm getting lit with the crowd, 100%. There's no such thing. I mean, knowing me, I'm gonna get a little bit lazy. I'm gonna get a little bit tired, but there ain't gonna be no boring shows, bro. We getting lit. Facts. We throwing water. You getting wet. If you come to my set, you're getting wet. I don't care. You're getting wet. We getting lit. I don't care. But that's what I'm saying. So it's like, how would you like if you were to perform? What type? I mean, you said you'd be versatile.
But like if I was performing, I would definitely start off like mellow, and then I would start getting hype, and then I would finish it with like something calm.
Like trippy.
Exactly. But no auto-tune, this voice don't need no auto-tune.
Auto-tune, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you don't know. Auto-tune might give you a little...
Nah, definitely a little auto-tune, but nothing like that you don't know it's me rapping. See what I'm saying?
Might need a little extra oomph, though. I couldn't imagine.
Could you imagine me on stage? People come out to me. Like, could you imagine you're behind the scenes with me, and I'm here at Lil Press?
Lil Press.
Never, bro. I don't know. Imagine one day I'm gonna drop a song.
Could you imagine that being on stage, bro? Being on stage, and you don't even think about it. They have to go through so much, like before, like preparation, all that stuff. And I heard that they be having like little people in their, like people talking to them in their ear in their little earpiece, and they'll tell them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
you know what I mean? To like
that.
keep them on. Because really, you have so much going on, and then they have literally the song performing in their ear.
Yeah.
And like sometimes they be on tour. That's what I'm saying. They go through so much we don't even realize. Like they'll be on tour and they won't even know what city they're in because like they've been performing so much, and they literally tell them in their ear. They'll be like, "You're in blah 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 blah." So then they're like, "All right, thank you, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Ah, that's crazy," because you don't even think about that.
Yeah.
You realistically just thinking about, I'm gonna say for them, Beyonce. Beyonce's coming to Miami. I better get the best show from Beyonce because I paid my money. That's what you're thinking in your head. And realistically, Beyonce done 40 other shows before that.
I feel like big cities like Miami, they're going all out for it. You see what I'm saying?
We're lucky because we live in Miami.
Yeah.
I feel like imagine how it is like Wyoming.
She's like, oh, like that should be so dead. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, bro, that is tough. And I ain't hating on Wyoming or nothing, but I'm just saying, bro. Imagine how is stuff like that in cities like that? Have you ever thought about that, like cities like that? Because realistically, we live in such a...
They don't even have shows, probably.
We live in such a popular city.
No one's out there. That's why people out there, they don't know about that stuff. They don't really... That's not their lifestyle. Like, we're so used to it because we're here and we're in like a thriving city and a growing city. Suburban, yeah, Kodak. But like, you feel me? Like, we're so like unique and diverse that like we have everything.
Especially South Florida's a different breed. Exactly. South Florida, we're a different breed.
Like, I feel like it's not really diverse in the central states and stuff.
It isn't. It's not. I feel like it's not as diverse. I mean, not as diverse, especially here. I feel like we have literally every type of race, every type of everything here. It's crazy. But like, you don't feel like that kind of, I wouldn't say messes things up, but like makes it a little weird.
For who?
For the people. Because they don't get at, like, for example, say you never left say for example you lived in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Small. I don't know if it's that small.
It's like, it's more like wildlife type stuff. Like, that's why you're there.
You never left. You never ever been out of Wyoming. And I know there's people out there like that. There's millions of people out there like that who've never left their hometown, never left their home country. Mm-hmm. You never experienced so much other stuff in life, bro.
I already know what you're going to say.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
And then they come and say they go to Rolling Loud for the first time?
What do you mean?
Like, say the people in Wyoming, they're like, oh, what's Rolling Loud? And they come to Miami and they go Rolling Loud. They're going to be like, what the? I didn't know this was going on. You see what I'm saying?
I feel like for us, South Florida is so normal. Yeah. Seeing all these different races, all these different people is normal for us. But I feel like I know for a fact, a lot of people, when they come down to South Florida, like, oh, snap.
New to them.
Yeah, it's new to them. It's different. It's crazy. Especially with all this stuff going on with Corona, too. Apparently, we don't care. Apparently, we do not care.
Especially at the gyms, bro. LA Fitness. You go in there and it's like, no one has their mask on. Like, I understand, like, it's hard to work out with the mask. But it's like, it's bro, like, hard. Yeah, like with Corona, the big thing is, like, there's different strains. And like, yeah, if you don't care that you'll get it, you can still spread it to someone else and that can mess them up. Like, that's the big thing. Like, that's just people being selfish.
How does that work with like eating at restaurants and bars?
I mean, bars is different because people are more close together and stuff. And like when you're talking and stuff, like it just spreads. When you're with your family or stuff, you're already with the same group. And like, you're not really spreading it to other people.
I feel like it's better to do more so outdoor eating.
Outdoor eating? Because what? It's more spacious?
More spacious, and then there's so much air, so much oxygen.
Yeah. So that's true, too.
It's less chances for you to catch it. And how do you feel about the vaccine? Corona-19 vaccine? No?
Because we don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen long term, but that's with any vaccine. Like, I remember seeing a vaccine, people got it, and they had, like, webbed hands and feet. Like, I don't want that stuff. Like, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'd rather take my chances getting the antibodies for it. And that's it. You know, what happens. And like, if I have it, obviously I'm be responsible. I'm not gonna go out. I'm not gonna spread it to other people and stuff. Just deal with it.
I mean, what was something that you did during the lockdown to keep yourself occupied? Because I feel like at the beginning of this, we were stuck. We were really stuck. Like, there was a period of time where I realistically thought we were all gonna die. I thought it was gonna be the end of the world. I thought we were all gonna die.
Like in March.
If I was sitting in a car with someone and they had it, we're both dying.
Yeah.
If I touch someone, I might give it to them and they can, like, bro, I was literally scared. I remember being in the shower and I was like, bro, this could really be over.
Bro, yeah.
It might really just be the strongest survive. Like, survival of the fittest. Like, I really didn't know what was happening. And it's like all that time we were really just in the crib. And it all just happened in a snap of a finger. I remember the last day of school was a pep rally, and then after that, never went back.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So it's like, what did you do during that time to keep yourself occupied?
Like, before I get to that, I remember like my teacher, like the last week of school, like she was just bringing up the possibility of us not coming back and like going through Zoom and stuff. And she was talking about, she is acting like she was the king of Corona. She was like, yeah, it's like, you don't know what's going to happen. And I was telling her, like, listen, like, you can still spread it even if you're not showing symptoms. She's like, well, let's not get too far here. And I was like, nah, like, this is what's happening right now. Like, don't tell me. Like,
that's so cool.
And we was going at it.
I remember, there was like little talks, but at first we only thought it was going to be like 2 weeks. We really only thought it was going to be like...
Yeah, I didn't know we were going to be... We've never been in lockdown. Like, people say, like, they've never experienced this in their life. But I definitely, like, I know we couldn't go out, and, like, what pissed me off the most was, like, they took down the basketball courts outside, you know, you couldn't really do stuff. And then, like, so I had to do, like, other things, you know, like, I was still working a lot because I also had a essential business, and, like, busiest we've ever been. Line coming out the door and stuff, like, selling stuff like crazy, masks and stuff. Yeah, so, like, I was there every day, actually. I was working every day, and then just spending time with, like, my close friends. But summer was lit. Like, just knowing I didn't have school and stuff, and, like, no work to do, just, like, going to college. Like, we was on the boat fishing, bro.
We got some nice little fish.
Out here in the backyard on the boat, big vibe, different people, different experiences, breaking rods and stuff, catching fish.
I remember the first time we went fishing. Was it the first time we went fishing? I remember you were at the other crib. Because remember, this crib was messed up. I remember, right? First time we went fishing. I had just got that rod. And I just remember we went to your backyard and you were like, yo, let's hop in the boat. And just hop in the boat. We were literally just driving around. Did we even catch anything the first time?
Do we go with someone else?
No, it was me, you, and Teo. Yeah. And I remember we had the what are they called? Flyers?
The shiners? Live bait, yeah.
We had the live bait.
We definitely caught stuff that day.
We caught 3 each. Remember now, bro. I had that beautiful butterfly bass. First catch. Bro, my first catch about this big. Come on now. No one's, bro. I felt like a demon. I felt like a young demon.
Bro, that was like, it was hot and we didn't even care.
We were baking. I remember we were baking out there. We were wearing no shirts.
Yeah, we caught 9 fish total in like an hour in one spot and stuff.
I remember that now. Then the next time, we didn't catch nothing. Freezing. Then we caught 1.
Yeah, we did catch 1.
Freezing, didn't catch nothing. Then remember we went out the next day. Bro, no, that night, we were going for a minute, bro. Yeah. We were going for a minute. We literally went around the whole community. Realistically, how much do you think we went around? Like, how many miles? Because, bro, we went around the whole community. God. We went all the way in the cut, back street. We were on the back street, hopped off the boat, bro. We hopped off the boat,
went to Dunkin' Donuts.
Dang, like, we were moving. We were real life moving on a boat.
In a backyard, like in a man-made lake.
Mind you, we can't get this messed up. This is not a boat. This is not a boat. This is not like a...
It's like a canoe kind of with like a motor on it.
Little back of a motor. I'm going to give you an idea, a picture in your head. This is a canoe with a back of motor, bro. Yeah. This is not some big boat. We're sitting here moving. Some spots we have to paddle. It's a struggle. We're moving. We were moving through this lake. Pitch black. And you remember that one time.
It's like 50 degrees.
Yes, it was freezing. Remember that one time, the damn motor, bro. We thought the motor was about to shut off. Bro, we thought the motor was about to shut off. And we were just drifting into a huge bush. Pure blackness. Bro, that was some of the scariest moments ever. We were just drifting into the bush, pure blackness. Didn't know what was going to happen. But at the end of the day, we were just stuck in some damn grass.
But that night felt like a whole month. Can't even lie.
Yeah. Oh, because you remember we did that?
I'll explain. We was on the boat. First we fished.
Yeah.
Then it got dark and cold.
It was cold from the jump.
Yeah, it was cold from the jump. But once when the sun went down, it was like even colder. Yeah. And then we parked up like next to like a big road. Went to Dunkin'. Yeah. Slid back on the boat. Still freezing. Had to paddle through. Took stuff off the boat. Went back on the boat, went to the other side of the lake, and then like we came back. No, that was when the motor wasn't working, and the thing like stopped, and and he got scared. And we thought our life was done. Like we thought we were stranded, and then we came back, went to Publix, had some like chicken.
Quick rub.
Then we worked out.
We went to the gym.
And then what? That was it, right? It was maybe like 4 hours, the whole thing. No, a week. It literally felt like a week. That was one of the craziest experiences I had during COVID.
It felt like a week. I'm not gonna lie, it's so crazy though, because like realistically, when you're having, I feel like, do you feel like that's actually true? Little quote: when you're having fun, time flies.
For sure. When you're bored, like in school, like that takes forever. And then when I'm having fun, it's like, what the? Especially when I'm playing basketball.
Like how?
Because you're not paying attention to the time. Like when you're not having fun, you're looking at the time because you want it to end.
I feel that. So you
See
feel
what I'm
like
saying?
when you're bored, just staring at the clock every second.
Yeah. When I'm in class, I'm looking at the clock. Oh my God, this guy's still going. Yeah.
But real, bro, like when you sit there and think about that, do you ever sit there and think about like, bro, who created this time stuff? Like, who really started this?
Yeah. I do think about that stuff. Like, because cavemen didn't have time. They just go by sunset and like sunrise.
Yeah, sunset, sunrise. When the sun sets, we sleep. Sun rises, we go out to eat and hunt.
Yeah, that's
simple.
it. And then what? Time came, but time was more for like.
Who was this like? Let's start this time thing.
Yeah, and calendar. Yeah, and who knew? We went around the sun like, 365 days.
For this time thing. Why? Yeah. Like,
why couldn't you just keep going with it?
How was that even a thought?
I mean, I guess, like, when you think about it, like, maybe, like, people start working and it's more civilized. And they're like...
Everything was in order.
Yeah, and they're like, let me get a schedule going on or something. And then that's when, like, time happens so people could work from a certain time and then you take a break. And because how long would they know they're working for? Because you can't go off the sun that long. Like,
and you need time to, like... I feel like it does help better organize.
And it's not like they had sunglasses to look at the sun. You see what I'm saying? They're not going to be looking at the sun the whole time. Their eyes must have been bad.
But I feel like they just had to use that. It has helped just make things easier, make things more organized, period with time.
But what do you think about, like, the daylight savings? An hour back. Like, bro, like, for what?
Okay, really?
I don't agree with that.
I don't know too much about it. I know it has to, like, if you had to talk to some scientists, they'll break it down to you. And like, but, like, bro, like, realistically... Why can't we just always have the same time? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that, like, okay, yes, it's for when, like, certain... Isn't it, like, when we're certain... Sometimes when we're spinning on the axis, after a certain period of time, it, like, changes a little bit?
That's what I'm assuming, so we could get more light.
Yeah, is that the reason why?
But...
in 1 hour, bro?
Yeah, that's...
Bro.
No. I don't think it was really like that. Like, I understood maybe like 30 minutes, like it's different. It's like an hour, like they were just tripping. Because, like, I remember waking up for school and it would be pitch black. And I'm like, hold up, I think I should be sleeping.
Oh, that used to be killing me.
And the first period was like so bad, like you'd be so tired. But then sometimes waking up in the morning and super bright, you're like, hold up, what time is it? You see what I'm saying?
Bro, we used to be having PE hooping 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning.
And we were going serious every single day.
Bro, like, why do they do that to us? 6 o'clock
I'm happy we had that class.
Yes, bro, but like 6 o'clock in the morning, bro. You're out, like, moving, doing activities, bro. Like, I'm not even good yet. Like, my brain's not fully there. I'm not fully recovered from my sleep. I'm still, like, half sleep, half awake, bro. I used to be a zombie. Straight zombie.
But you know why they have, like, that time?
What?
Like, why schools are earlier than others and, like, high school is earlier than middle
To
school.
help prepare us for, like, actual work, right?
Nah. I'm pretty sure it's mainly because of the buses, if you really think about it. Because, like, look at our school. Like, we had middle school and high school in one school. And, like, they used the same buses. So, like, to take the high schoolers home, they would have buses earlier, and then they'd have the other kids.
I don't think when they planned that, they were like...
That's a big part of it. How are the kids going to get home?
I don't think that was the plan. I mean, maybe... I guess, maybe.
What were you thinking with it?
Because I'm saying maybe they try to, you know what I mean? Because, like, it really started off, we used to have nap time. Kindergarten, stuff like that, pre-K, we used to have nap time. It was chilling. It wasn't really that serious. We get to elementary, facts. We get to elementary school, it's not no more nap time. It's more like, write your name, trace the line, just draw the line. I mean, is it drawing the lines? Whatever. Write your name, all that other stuff. And there's no more nap time. You get recess. There's no more nap time. Middle school, barely have recess. You're more by yourself, going to different classes, transporting, you're moving by yourself, you're more independent. We get to high school, completely by yourself, no more recess, lunch, it's literally like regular life. So I feel like all of that was just helping transition you to real life. I don't feel like it was mainly, school, we're going to be like, we need them to be able to pick up the kids at this time. So I don't think that was you feel me? I don't think that was the plan behind it. I think it was more so, it's programs you to be able to work. I feel like it helps you better to be able to work at earlier time.
But like it puts you in a system. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when you go to college and like everything seems like it has to be one way. Like I don't like a lot of times in basketball and life and other things, like a lot of people have it like it's their way or the highway and stuff. I don't really like that because there's other ways to accomplish different things.
Okay.
So like a lot of people be like, no, this way or it's wrong. The same thing with teaching, you know, like if the teacher only knew one way to teach it, but you found out somewhere like another way to do it, they would get mad at you for doing it. Like, no, I taught you this way minus points. But if you're getting the same answer, you should not get penalized for it.
But why do you? I feel like when it comes to like that, like what you just said, like the easier my way or the highway, I feel like that's just more closed-minded people.
Yeah.
Why do teachers do that though? Bro,
I think they get
stand
mad.
that, bro.
I
Like,
think they get mad.
and never like showing my work, writing notes.
That's just so like
That's
you
not
didn't
my.
cheat.
That's not my drip, bro. Like that's not my thing. Like I'm more of a in my head mental. I can literally see an equation. Give me a calculator. I do a quick boom, boom, boom. All right, back, boom, boom, boom. I'm good. I don't need to. It doesn't help me, bro. Like it doesn't
Bro.
do any. Like maybe some equations, but it doesn't help me, bro. And then writing notes, like me sitting there writing notes, right? I'm gonna be looking at the board, right? Say it's a PowerPoint. I'm gonna be looking up at the board, look down, try to write. Look up at the board, look down, try to. Bro, I'm not processing what you're saying. I'm too busy focused on my writing. I'm too
But
busy
like
trying to keep
a
up.
lot of times, like if you focus on the writing and stuff, like that's why in my bio class it's
Programs in
straight
your
lecture.
head.
Yeah.
Bro, come on, bro.
It kind of does. Like,
cap out
when
of
I
that.
write stuff down, you memorize it more. But like I have the funniest story. Like in math, like I'm good at math, and I would always like rush. Like today I had a test, and I finished in like 10 minutes. I'm first one done. I get like A's and stuff. And in third grade, we used to do the multiplication test, and I would always finish so fast, get good grades.
Slide.
And my teacher's like, "Why are you always rushing?" And I was like, "Cause I'm rushing." Bro, I said, "Cause I'm rushing." She called my mom, and my mom started laughing at her to her face. And I was like, "Yeah, like." And then in math in 6th grade, I remember I got my first C ever because I wouldn't show work because I didn't have to. Like I'm good at mental math.
You were tripping, kid. I remember the teachers, bro. You were tripping, kid.
Right? Oh my God, funniest thing. I remember.
That's when we first linked up.
Yeah, that's.
Class.
Bro, remember when the kid wrote on the board in Sharpie? He wrote on Sharpie instead of.
Remember he went in the hallway, teacher went in the hallway, started spazzing, kid. He went in the hallway, started spazzing. He almost got beat up. He almost got beat up. You know who was about to whoop him.
Oh my God.
Bro.
The basketball coach, he yelled at the basketball coach.
Bro, that was the funniest thing ever.
Middle
That
school had the
class
most
was
memories.
complete jokes. Remember he had a whole line. He had a whole line of kids he just didn't like. Like we were in line. We were in rows.
That class
And
was
everyone he
amazing.
didn't like, he just put them in one row. He just taught the whole other class.
Oh my God, yes,
Bro,
yes.
he put them in one row and
He sat in front of us. He sat in front of us during a test, and I look up at him. I start laughing, and
You remember
he
he was just in the
staring
back of us
down.
too? Remember that one day he wasn't there and we had to go to our teacher for the next year?
Miss.
Bro.
Bro, I had her for back-to-back years. You too, right?
Yes, bro.
Worst. That's why I'm not good at algebra.
So you just completely blaming it on her.
Yeah, she would teach like 3 plus 3, and then you get the homework. It's like 50 times.
20 plus 30
Yeah, like
plus
we're not
5.
ready for that. AM, bro. It was
Bro.
accelerated math. It was the
Bro,
worst
we
thing of
were
our
on
life.
Objective 200 and something, bro. I'm gonna give you guys an example, right? So, one objective would be like one lesson. It'll be like one topic. It'll be like multiplication. It'll be like multiplication. One would be multiplication. So you would have one objective. It'll be 5 questions, 5 or 10.
It was like practice quiz test, something like
Yeah,
that.
it was practice. It was practice and a test.
Yeah.
But it would be like, was it like 5 questions per objective?
No, it would vary. It would be like 5 to like 50. I feel like she was OD.
So it would be something like that, but like one for like practice. I'll say 10, whatever. It'll be like one objective would be 10 questions. And it'll be like a worksheet. Bro, 4 objectives, 10 questions. That's 40 questions, 1 worksheet. We'll have like 5 of those due a week. And then at the end of the quarter, we never got to like objective 250.
Bro,
That's
the worst.
ridiculous. For what?
And we didn't know
I
that
don't
was.
remember none of it. Like none of it. I don't remember none of it.
She would talk to people mid-year, and she'd be like, "I think you should drop out of this course." And we're like, "It's your fault. Like it's not us."
Bro.
That was
You
the
remember the
funniest thing.
last day when she had to like pick who goes on? Who? You know what I'm talking about, bro. You know what I'm talking
She
about,
pulled
bro.
the kid to the side.
Outside, she was like, "We didn't have a little talk."
Like no,
Bro, you
But
know,
why
you
do
get
they
that
have to
little
do that?
talk.
You see what I'm saying?
When
Like,
you get that
it's
little
really-
talk, It's raps. It's raps. It's raps.
That stuff is crazy.
Have you ever gotten called down to the principal's office?
We got called down together one time. 8th grade Spanish,
Spanish
for no reason. No reason.
Oh, bro, bullying? I don't bully.
Never.
I don't
Never.
bully. We're really realistic. Were we really clowning shit? I don't think we're really.
We weren't. Even the principal told us we weren't. He said, "Oh, just okay.
Hey,
Just be nicer. You're fine. Like I know you guys are good kids and stuff."
We were chilling.
I was like, it was a teacher. She didn't like us because we talk. Yes, bro. The worst thing about middle school is like, I knew like I just wanted to have fun. I always had all my friends in all my classes, and I'd always be so talkative. Like I'm still getting good grades, getting my work done, and they'd always be like, "Let me guess who's talking, Matthew." I'd be like, "Bro, like come on, it's not even me this time." Like stuff like that would get me so hot.
Bro, nah. Well, we done had some classes. We done had. I feel like most of them were in middle school though. Middle school is when we was really having fun, kid. Like that 6th grade class.
Stress free.
We're not tripping on nothing. 6th grade class. That was 6th period too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
6th grade, 6th period. We was cooling.
He would sit in front of the class and he would sleep on the chair. And I remember we took a video of him and he opened his eyes, he was like, delete it. And we're like, what? And we're like, what? We were so shook. That was like,
oh, what? I never knew this story.
I remember that. Kid was taking his eyes like, and he closed and he had to be asleep. I don't know how he knew. And the kid took a video of him. He's like, he opened his eyes. The kid put his phone away and everything. He's like, called him out. He's like, delete that. And everyone's like, what the? Like, he was setting us up.
Bro, that's hilarious.
That class is so much fun. We had everyone in that class.
But like, what?
Like for people in middle school, you have to tell them like, take classes, like try to like take some high school classes, but like take classes with your friends, bro. Like enjoy it so much.
Have fun. You know, what are you stressing for? Living life. But realistically, if you were a teacher, would you like to have a class like us? Or would you like to have a class full of smart kids who you know are going to pay attention everything?
From a teacher?
Yeah.
Smart kids. Because your job as a teacher is like to make sure the kids are learning and stuff. If you have because think about it, your humor is going to be different from their humor. You're mature, you're grown, and like you're like, all right, stop talking, I have to teach. And then you get like complaints from their parents and stuff. So realistically, it always comes back onto you.
If they're passing, you're not gonna get no complaints from the parents. I promise you that.
Well, yeah, but like there's some kids
like realistically, I would like to have. If I was a teacher, I would like to have at least one class clown. I'd have some entertainment, bro. Like,
yeah, well, I agree with that. It depends how serious the class is that I'm teaching, bro.
I don't care. Like, I need to have some type of entertainment because I feel like if you make the class more enjoyable, it will make the topic more enjoyable.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, for example, like last year I had anatomy. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna say I don't care. Like, I'm not trying to become a doctor. Like, yes, it's cool to learn about the human body and all the different bones.
Good to know, yeah.
But like, it wasn't something that was like, I need to learn about this.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like that. But actually being in the class and the teacher, just because the teacher made it way more chill, way more, and we had all the different skeletons, and we were like, what is this? Like, I was lost, but it was still cool. It wasn't like something where it was like, I don't want to do this. Yeah. It was something that was chill. A
lot of that depends on the teacher, bro.
It all depends.
Having a good teacher changes everything.
Teacher all depends on the vibe.
But think about it now, like, think about the young kids, like, they had to do Zoom with their teacher. How do you pay attention as a young kid? Like, I'm talking about, like, elementary, maybe just starting middle school.
Honestly, I don't know. Were they having elementary, second graders, first graders?
I had a little cousin. He's in 2nd grade. And he's on Zoom, and he's, like, talking to me, like, because he came on job to do it. And he's, like, can't focus at all. And the teacher calls on us, and they're trying to be, like, class clowns. They're trying to, like, press everyone. But, like, you see what I'm saying? It's hard for the teacher to calm them all down. You just got to mute everyone and be like, I'm going to unmute you. But it's hard for them to learn because how's it interactive? They can't talk to their friends. But now, like, they're back in school and stuff. And they just have to wear masks or something. But, like, think about it. Kids have to wear masks.
You really think kids wearing masks?
It's uncomfortable. And
I'm not wearing, I'm going to say I'm not wearing a mask. I'm like, bro, it's hot. It's hot. I'm not doing
Imagine middle school and high school giving you detentions for not wearing a mask.
Bro, you know how we were, bro. We had uniform, bro. They're telling us, I promised you, they're going to be like, you guys cannot wear these masks. It cannot have this, and that on it. I promise you we would have had uniform masks. Bro.
Just a lanyard was enough.
Bro. Oh my God.
Tucked in shirts, right?
Tucked in shirts.
So uncomfortable.
But they were really putting us through it. We didn't have to tuck it in high school.
No, in high school, you're free. I remember senior year, like, after, like, all the MSD stuff, like, I understand, like, everything got more serious. Like, some stuff was OD. Like, they made it feel like we were in jail with all the fences, and, like, you couldn't get out at certain times. You had to walk to the office, like, with someone, and you couldn't be out. Remember homeroom? We used to be out all the time.
Oh my god.
And then they would start like, high school got worse as the years
Bro,
went.
you remember freshman year?
It's
Bro,
freedom.
food fights. I'm not gonna say we're having food fights, but we're literally having food fights, bro, every day. Bro, I feel like that's the one. I feel like that's the one dream. I feel like that's the one dream. I mean, I feel like that's the one dream you have as a kid in school. It's like a food fight. That's like the one thing. That's like the coolest.
You just have to
thing.
experience it. Everyone goes crazy.
We were literally coming outside. Remember, like that little patio. We would come outside, stand in a little building, tossing slushies, flying across and we had all that outdoor space.
Yeah.
Because our school was so open. So much room to just throw stuff. We were just chucking water bottles, chucking
That was the crazy stuff. When people throw apples and water bottles across the whole school.
Freshman year was something different.
But you remember junior year? And like, you know how we always have senior pranks? Our junior year. And the seniors had a prank with like the water bottles. And then everyone walked like to the main area of school, like expecting something to happen. And then the guidance knew and everyone's just standing in a big circle.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh my God, that stuff was crazy. You had to be there. It was like senior pranks, like with like, like the people or whatever. And they were going to like throw water bottles or whatever. So everyone knew, like the whole school knew they were going to do that or whatever. So everyone stood in a big circle. I'm talking about the whole school was like in a big circle.
Our junior year?
Yeah, it was just waiting for something to happen. And then guidance came out like,
I sort of kind of...
and then one person threw a water bottle and like everything went
remember
crazy. And then people were like,
water balloons. It wasn't water balloons. It was water balloons. They were going to fake a promposal and throw water balloons. I remember now. Oh,
and then everyone
we were
stood
at
in
the
that
stage.
circle.
We weren't in
Yeah,
a circle.
yeah.
We were at the stage. I remember. Yo, that was hilarious. Bro, that's so... Like, how did we used to just plot stuff? We used to literally plot
And
stuff.
the whole school would be on it.
Yeah. Bro, we were like a little gang. Realistically, right?
We could take over.
That's what I'm... Bro...
Look at the protest. Remember the protest? Everyone just stormed out. And then our teacher was like, oh, if you miss class, you get a 0 on your test. I was like, yeah, I'm taking this.
Oh, my, bro. I remember that. It was literally World War II. They had us on the fences. They would let
People walk so far, bro. People walk like 10 miles that day.
Bro, but like literally, if we all put up to school, like a big problem for me was hoodies. I'm not going to say it was like actually wearing the hoodie, but it got to a point where they
You
literally
could plan
wouldn't...
it out with everyone.
They literally wouldn't let us wear a jacket with a hoodie.
Yeah.
Like, it was ridiculous. So I'm saying, like, if we all put up to school with hoodies on,
They're not doing anything.
what are they gonna? Or like how we had dress code. And we had uniform. If we all put up to school wearing whatever we want, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
You know what they're going to do? They're going to send out an email that night to every parents and say, not allowed or something. You know what I mean? Or you'll get detentions. We will write it up. Just like threatening everyone. But think about it this way, like 25 kids, one teacher. Everyone could talk. How's the teacher going to stop them?
Nah, that's different though.
And then you could do that with every single class, planning at a certain time.
You could write 25 heads up. That's easy.
No. I'm talking about like you text another class. Everyone just leave. How are they stopping everyone leaving? Like you could protest every single day.
Oh yeah.
Like because you know